Welcome back. Nigeria's political space is narrowing fast as a wave of defections hits both state and national assemblies. Once a vibrant multi-party system, the opposition is now battling internal crisis and an identity test. Dozens of lawmakers and political figures have recently joined the ruling party, citing unresolved disputes, failed primaries, or a shift toward national interest. Analysts warn that this trend threatens Nigeria's multi-party democracy, weakening opposition voices critical for accountability. In some state assemblies, the ruling party now holds near total control. Civil society groups say this slow consolidation of power risks turning Nigeria into a one-party state, reducing citizens' choice, weakening checks on power, and stifling debate. If it continues into the next election, experts say democracy may survive in name, but real political competition could disappear. To further discuss this, I'm joined by Chief Peter Ameh, National Secretary of the Coalition of United Political Parties. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
While I was reading through that document, you were seeing pictures of those who had decamped from the different parties all to the APC. Are we really going to a one-party system?
That's the intention of those who also are the central today. The APC.
Sorry. That's the intention.
That's the intention.
You were reading their mind already.
From all the antics and from all their, the cards they are putting on the table, what they want is a situation where they can drive Nigeria to a one-party state. Because they are looking at, their performance is very poor. Nigerians are not really excited about governance since the APC came in. There has never been a way that the APC have tried its best to try to make sure that the common man have, 3 square meal the way it used to be. And the economy have performed very poorly. So the best option is to twist the political, architecture of our country in a way that will now stiffen opposition, brazenly reduce the multi-party democratic system that we have through, the power of the state, using whatever state apparatus at their disposal.
But are you looking also at the various parties that seem not to be able to hold their own, seem not to be able to keep their house in order, so that giving room for those who are leaving to find reason to leave?
You can't say that. Look, I've been here in this party business for party management system for a very long time, had a lot of opposition. What I'm saying is that whenever you have a government that is so, intentional about trying to undermine multi-party inclusive process, then you have this kind of challenge. No. Like, there's nothing in the party system, the mechanism that exists. Every party can solve their problem. They have organs, put in place from the state working committee, national working committee, the national executive committee, the national convention, and all the other congresses and primaries.
So why are they not solving their problems?
They can't solve it because they are agents already sponsored by government in power to make sure that this peace does not exist. Since I've been in party politics, I've never seen a situation where the police will go into a party secretariat or party headquarters and lock the 2 offices down. I was trying to submit later in the PDP headquarters yesterday. I went to the Zone 5 office and I went to the Legacy House. Both of them were locked down by the security agency. Why do you do that? This is a multi-party democracy. You must be able to allow the internal working of the system of the party to work within that structure and then find a solution to their problem.
So we do understand. In layman government, studying government, we heard that there are 3 tiers of government: legislature, the executive, and there is the legislature, there is the executive.
That's in theory in Nigeria.
That's in theory, not in practice.
Not in practice.
And the judiciary. So can't the judiciary help to resolve these matters?
The judiciary has actually worsened the situation. In one party issue, you will tell you that the political party issues are internal issues of the political party, and the parties should be able to resolve their issue. In another judgment and another pronouncement, even against the previous pronouncements of the court that says no party can, no God can suspend a convention already, put in motion. And you find out that more than 2 judgments came from Justice Omotosho. Please, I hope I get the name correctly, but if I don't get it, I think it came from the court to say that the PDP cannot hold their constitution, that the constitution should be suspended. And that level of pronouncement of the court undermines their previous
and you're not seeing what the reasons for that court judgment, that the PDP needs to have state congresses, that they don't have enough state congress to even have the convention. You didn't see that?
They can't say that because Apart from that, INEC is a registrar and a regulator of a political party. That's number one function of INEC, is to regulate the political party and then register more political parties, or even go to the third function of registering more political parties. But the clarity is that within the 21 days stipulated in the Constitution, in our laws, in the Electoral Act, the PDP have written to INEC. And INEC have not raised an objection. The court shouldn't be, managing our political party system, managing our elections, and also announcing election results, and determining who becomes governor, who becomes president, and who becomes senator. There's a over-judicialization of our political atmosphere that is actually reducing the engagement that exists in political communication. Because if you have an internal system where party members are supposed to, gather, converge in a place, discuss the issue of the party, raise motions, counter motions, and then eventually raise a resolution of how they feel the dispute within their party should be resolved. Because apart from that, the party is self-insulated and can self-organize its own processes. It is very important that the court also know, and those working as agents of the people in government today knows, that we're all endangering ourselves. If we break down the opposition fabric that exists in this country, that will lead in breaking down the democratic fabric. Because what we need for opposition is for them, their political party out of power, equal to the size of the party in power. The only thing is that at a particular moment, there must be one party in power. And that party can only get to power, not just by receiving mandate forcefully, but also getting legitimacy from the citizens that will go to the ballot and cast their vote. But what we have today is that there's a clear attempt to undermine these processes, to find a shortcut process so that there will be one party state. But that will not happen in Nigeria. Because those who are interested in sustaining the democratic institution that have been handed over to us by the 1999 Constitution, we defend it at all costs. Because Nigeria, if you go to section 223 to 2210, is a multi-party democratic environment.
All right. Thank you so much. I think that's a good place to hang it there. Chief Peter Ameh is the National Secretary of the Coalition of United Political Parties, CUPP. Thank you for coming on this evening.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you.